Everybody want to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do.
Alright, ready?
Alright, so how many weeks now?
7. Oh gosh. 7 weeks. Yay.
So her little countdown as well as our vision board here. Every morning, try to write down the goals. Ignore the empty dog goals. And then this is something that I do with all of my clients, but Andrea, I know her stress levels are really high, so I don't want her getting up any earlier than she has to be, so we only do this once a week. But essentially, we're just gonna check her fasted blood sugar. This is my insurance card to make sure that I know she's depleting herself throughout the week, okay? Easy way to explain this. Fasted blood sugar is going to tell you how much glucose is in her bloodstream. So if she's jumping up and doing cardio and their blood sugar is too high, that's going to tell me that food was left over from last night and she's not depleting. So the first thing that's going to happen is her body's going to use the ready available glucose. However, if she wakes up and she's depleted, in a depleted state and the blood sugar is lower, then what's going to happen is her body's going to utilize fat cells or stored fat to burn throughout that fasted cardio session, which at the end of the day, it does come into calories in versus calories out, but we want to make sure that she's in a depleted state throughout the week. And today's her check-in day, so I want to see weight coming down and her getting more depleted throughout the week. So she's going to run you through this and how she does it.
We're gonna do this. It's not as expensive, and we've had it for like 6 years now. So you buy the little thingies, they come with a head, and then we twist it out, take it out, and it's just like a pen. And then this one's ready. I'm gonna clean my finger first. And typically I made sure I had a liter of water before I take my blood sugar. And then we're gonna just see what the reading is. I like to take a couple samples and clean them out, and then take a count for the very last reading. So that would be the first one. It's very watery because of the alcohol. So we're gonna clean that 2 more times, let it dry, and then take the final measurement.
And the key in this, guys, is making sure that one, you are hydrated, okay? I've seen it mess up blood sugar readings anywhere from 20 to 30 points if you do not have hydration in your system. The other key thing is people don't do is they'll wipe their finger, and then like she said, you can see the alcohol is diluting the blood there. So you need to prick your finger, wipe it off, drain blood again, wipe it off, and then let the finger dry before you start squeezing out the blood to take that test.
This would be, again, the second one that we're gonna clean out because it's very watery still, and then we're about to take that last, which will be the reading that we need.
And don't blow on this, don't, just let the finger dry naturally. And as we do that, you'll notice that the finger will dry off on its own, and that will give us an accurate reading. But you can't clean it with like a paper towel or things like that because there's no point of using an alcohol swab then. So make sure you're doing those steps and you'll get accurate readings.
And now that it is dry, I'm gonna kind of push it, and you're gonna get that nice drop of blood that needs to be enough for the measurement to take it. I think that's good.
So that's good. 83, perfect readings would be somewhere between low 70s to mid 80s. So it's a little bit higher than I would want, but it's still in a good area. Just to give you an idea, as long as you're under 100 or under 90, those are really good readings. 115 and above is actually pre-diabetic. So we have had readings before.
And I think we've come a very long way because I used to wake up in the hundreds all the time. So I think health supplements are doing its job, and I think we have it under control now.
Yeah.
Andrea's doing her check-ins this morning.
Here, this is our little setup to try and get as much natural light as we can. So we typically check in Saturday, Sunday after we make adjustments, and then Monday. So I try to take them all here. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I start my day really early. So if I have to check in on Wednesday, then it's gonna be inside and it's gonna with the ring light and everything. So we do what we can.
bodybuilding food. Right now we're in peak week, so everything is as bland as it can be. I am able to use seasonings, but I've noticed that like my food, my digestion is always better when I'm not like adding a bunch of stuff in. So everything is pretty just like as bland as it can get right now. This is probably the only meal that I'll put any type of seasoning in, and boom, the best. And then of course we're salting all meals right now. So I'm actually measuring the salt that goes in all my meals. Every meal we do 1/4 teaspoon. So we'll just hit it like that. And this is to make sure we have a controlled sodium intake. There's no variables guessing going into the final weeks here. She was crazy marrying me with that long hair. We met, and then within 6 months we were married. Within 6 months.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
6 months after meeting me with that long hair. And then I think it was like maybe 20 days after we got married, she convinced me to cut it all off. She was like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. You're gonna grow up, be an adult member of society. You gotta cut that hair off. You can ask her, it's so funny. So funny the way it worked out. But it was great. And that's the thing, like right now for my cardio, I do the bike. So it's good because the way I look at it is like, you know, I've never seen a cyclist with small legs.
All right, so we are about to make my first meal, which is I think one of my favorite meals from a high carb day. We're gonna have 2 pieces of turkey bacon, 1 whole egg, 1 English muffin, it is gluten-free, and then 50 grams of cream of rice and 150 grams of fruit. Like that's a lot of food, and it's clean food. So right now during prep, it's not only that I'm craving sweets so much, it's more like I'm craving more of the same food. Like I want more rice, I want more chicken, I just want more. So this is a big meal. We're gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna make it for me and for Aaron. So
You guys got the Ninja. Nice.
yes,
Yes.
it's actually on sale at Costco. So
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Promo.
it's like what, like $50 off? I don't know, something like
Yeah,
that.
dang.
We always find the sales when they're gone. Like, like we buy the product full price and then
they go on sale
yeah,
next week.
yeah, literally. Bacon's looking amazing. I'm gonna do 1 egg for me, and then you tell me how many eggs you want. So when we do the high carb day, my protein content is low. So it's only 2 pieces of turkey bacon and 1 whole egg, and that's it. Alright, I'm gonna actually try a new flavor. Brown sugar and cinnamon from Fried Foods. And it is 50 grams of cream of rice, which is a decent amount. So this is the morning shake. I literally look forward to this every morning. It's really, really good. Revive actually came out with greens that are coffee flavored that we should probably try next. But it's amazing. Glutamine, GI support, so the digestion stays on point. Greens, so that I can get my serving of greens in a day, and then fiber.
Code Ballard.
Alright. And we added aloe also to help with gut health. It has a little bit of a like lime taste, so I don't like to mix it. John mixes it and it's fine. It's 2 ounces. And we do this every morning.
It also is going to help coat the gut lining. So essentially, you know, with us being bodybuilders, you can see how much food she's eating. For someone who weighs 113 pounds, she's gonna have a big breakfast. So we wanna make sure that everything, because your gut is your second brain essentially, and if your gut is off, you're gonna feel like crap. So this is key. One thing we're missing with all of this is actually the collagen. We ran out,
I know.
but they have collagen as well, and we put all of this in there. I started adding the GI Plus because last week 2 weeks ago when I was in New York, I ate my way through the city and I was having some gut inflammation. So I put this in there to just start clearing things out. Luckily I was able to fix it before we came back, which I'm about to do the same thing as Andrea and ruin your eggs here. So
This one is, yeah.
How
So,
much salty?
yeah, I definitely overcooked my egg, but it's okay. We do 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt in every meal, and I weigh it every time. We keep it consistent. I distribute it throughout the meal, and we make sure the salt intake is the same. I also add 1/4 of salt to my pre-workout and my EAs for the gym. Yeah, so the egg was supposed to be over easy, but it didn't happen, didn't make it. This is my breakfast sandwich. And then cream of rice, we did maple cinnamon flavor today. Let's see how that goes. We walk.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're just going on like a little 10-12 minute walk here post eating. I ate a little bit longer ago, so I tried to just move around doing like the dishes and stuff, but typically it'd be directly after, primarily because of the sheer fact that it's going to help with aiding in digestion. So there's numerous studies showing that, 10-minute walks after each meal is going to help move that food versus, I'm sure there's been times where you've just eaten a giant pizza or Chick-fil-A or whatever, even just a big steak and rice meal, and you sit on the couch and you're ready to let your stomach out and undo the belt and all of that. So I allow my clients, Andrea specifically, to choose if they want to do more cardio or they just want to walk. So I'm sure most people would prefer to actually be active and walk around, especially with right now. Now, of course, if you live in Alaska where it's negative 30 degrees, you might want to just go on the Stairmaster or something like that. But yeah. How did you feel with your check-ins?
I feel really good. I felt really tight this morning. I was a little bit in my head yesterday because my weight went up, and when that happens, it's kind of hard. If you're keeping everything the same and your weight goes up, it's kind of like frustrating because you don't know where it's coming from. But I don't know. I think it was probably stressors. I don't know. We dropped 3 pounds overnight, and my weight was actually lower today than it was on Saturday last week. So
yeah, and that's one thing with her is like, I'm debating at this point of pulling her doing her weight every single day, because I do know it messes with her head so much. I like to use it for data so that I can track the trends of how long it takes for her to deplete, and then you can also take the average over the week versus just like we hit a new low or whatever the case may be. Which at the end of the day, the average over the week doesn't matter so much right now. We just want to see a new low by the end of the week, because she's having a refeed today where she's going to have 300 carbs plus a burger and fries. So I'm expecting that to give her a good bump. Weight will go up a couple pounds, and then we're going to deplete over the course of the week. The way that we want to see that is, spike energy should be good for 2 to 3 days. All of those calories will then be depleted, and then we're going to have 2 to 3 days of fat loss, which is all we need. And this is going to keep her metabolism going, but also still allow her to feel effective and useful in the gym, versus like if food is just low all the time, training's going to take a drop really quick, and I can't have that in her or anyone. Of course you want to feel good going into the gym, so this is the main reason we're doing that type of. This is a little bit different from a carb cycle. She's doing a super saturation day with the burger and fries and the 300 carbs, but it's going to come out to about 4K calories, and she looks tight. I think she can handle it.
I feel like it also helps a little bit mentally when you're like pushing through the week, but something else is coming, regardless if it is a high day, medium day, whatever the case is. I feel like you push, and then that's coming at the end of the week. So I feel like that mentally it helps. And then with the weight, it was the same thing. He asked me, and he's like, do we need to just not weigh ourselves? That way you don't get in your head. And I'm like, well, that would be ideal. But at the same time, then we kind of I like to pinpoint what works. So if we push on a Tuesday where I'm not training, but I'm doing a lot of steps, what happens on Wednesday? You know, like, does my weight drop? Do I hold water? Like, I like to know those things as much as I get in my head when my weight fluctuates anyway.
You're good.
We'll see. But I think that...
So what are we doing here?
I'm gonna start some prep for the week because I'm flying out on Tuesday, as you know. So I'm gonna try and start getting some stuff together. Probably cook some stuff from her as well. Like, there's nothing wrong. She can cook. She's a big girl. She can cook her meals. But she actually has a full-time job. You know, not to say that I don't have a full-time job, but I work from home. So I usually make all my meals fresh and everything like that. So I try to take that stress off of her, especially if I can. There's no point in me asking her, and I don't fold clothes, so she'll fold the clothes, and I'll wash them and leave them out for her. But yeah, and on top of that, like most people don't know this, I used to be the assistant general manager at Chipotle. So cooking actually just kind of comes naturally to me. I wanted to do culinary for a bit, but when I was at school on a scholarship, the culinary was at 6 a.m. and hockey practice was at 6 a.m. So the coach said, well, if you want to do culinary, you can do it, but your scholarship's gone. And I said, oh, well, I guess I'm doing exercise science then. But yeah, I'm going to get some prep done here. And this is the biggest frustrating thing. That little guy right there. Because now I got to cut all of these. So what I'm doing is taking and separating the ones that don't need it. And then all of these over here have to be cut.
Yay!
What are you making?
This is my cream of rice, so I'm actually prepping for the week. This is 25 grams of cream of rice. I use the peanut butter flavor because John's obsessed with the strawberry banana and I'm not allowed to touch it, so I'm doing the peanut butter.
That or my raw cookies and cream protein. All right? Until I'm out of prep, none of those are getting used over there.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Then it has the sour cherry fruit spread. And then it has raspberry. And then it has sugar-free syrup. So what I do is that I prep on Saturdays and Sundays and I have it ready. It takes a little bit because you have to put it in the microwave, take it out, whatever. So I don't like to do that every day. I freeze it and I eat it frozen anyways. So might as well make it and have it ready for the week.
This is the key right here to the gains. No, but seriously, this right here being Smucker's Natural, the key, no high fructose corn syrup. And that's why we use it.
It's really good and it gives it a really good flavor. So I'm prepping, I'm flying to Chicago on Thursday. I'm gonna have all the cream of rice. I'm gonna take everything with me. I'm going for a couple days just so that I didn't hinder my prep either. So I'm going from Thursday through Saturday. I'm taking all my meals and we're keeping everything the same.
Good.
All right, I'm gonna put my next meal together. Again, we're doing low protein today, so it's only 56 grams of chicken. This chicken is actually from 2 Easy Meals. John got some meal prepped chicken ready to go to Chicago and we're giving it a try. So that's what we're gonna do. This is roughly 56 grams right there. We're gonna have 140 grams of rice. Just plain white rice, nothing special, but I do add the pink salt and the everything bagel seasoning and it's a game changer. Right there, 140. Eyeballed it. And then we're gonna do 10 grams of cashews, which is like 3 cashews.
There we go.
Alright guys, it is a super saturation day, so I get Rice Krispies. These are like the super tiny ones, so it's 7 little squares, and then a half of a scoop of protein. I already had the protein, so I'm gonna have this one before my workout. They digest super easily, so I don't really need much time between having them and then working out, so I'm able to just snack them and go from there. Alright, We're gonna do glutes and hamstrings today. It's only 3 working sets, like 3 exercises, not working sets, 3 exercises. We're going all out to failure, and then we're doing higher reps to kind of like pump those muscles, and then we're gonna finish with hyperextensions. Those is kind of like just to finish up. Right now, warming up, I like to warm up my glutes, hamstrings to make sure the connection is there, and then we're gonna start working out probably after 10 minutes or so when I feel like I'm ready to go.
Let's get it.
Awesome. Let's get it.
Smoke the last set. Don't quit on me. Don't quit on yourself. Let's go. We work now, so we don't have to kill ourselves in cardio. We can put it in here, or we can do more cardio. Take your pick. Good. Come on. You got more. Go. Give me one more, and I'm going to give you rhythm. Oh, good job. 5 deep breaths. That's it. 2 more trips. Good. Good. Come on. Good. Let's go. Oh, 2 more. 2 more. Come on, babe. Good. You got one more. One more. And I'm going to give you 15 seconds. Oh. Good. 5 5 breaths. Let's go. 5 deep breaths. All right, let's go. Get set. Get set. I need half time. Let's go. Lock in. Earn it. Show days to pick up your trophy. We earn it here. Good. Show days to pick up your trophy. Come on. You earn the trophy here. Let's go. Come on. Go. Go. Up. One more. Give me one more. You got this. See? Pause. Up. Great job. Good job. They look great.
I did 15 pounds inside last week.
Yeah.
That's good.
They look great. Keep the tempo up. I want you to really focus on the stretch here, okay? There you go. Good. So what most people don't know is it's the Jordans that actually make her so strong. People don't realize this, but you want your wife, girlfriend, training partner, whatever, to be extremely strong, buy her a pair of Jordan 1s. And it can't be any mids, all right? We don't do mids around here. Mids are for kids. You gotta get the high tops, make sure they fit. Come on, put the work in now. There we go. For 7 weeks. Come on, come on. You get a burger tonight, fucking earn it, let's go. There you go. Let's go.
This dude had no mercy for anybody.
Yeah, I know, you're growing. This is what I was telling Aaron. I was like, I gotta keep your food under control, or otherwise you'll move into wellness.
That's 30 fucking pounds from last week to this week, and it's only because I messed up the weight. I didn't plan it that way. Same rep range, 30 pounds heavier. Lighter today than it was last week. Let's fucking go.
There you go. Spread those legs. There. Now towards the wall, not up. Come on, right here. Right here. There. There. Hard.
Oh yeah, yeah. So what?
So we're gonna do hyperextensions. The trick here is not to literally hyperextend, at least for me. So I was going up too much where I was losing the tension on my hamstrings and glutes. So I'm gonna cut it kind of like what it feels halfway for me to keep the tension all the way throughout. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do as many reps as I can, rest 30 seconds, and then go again and do as many reps as I can. Right here, all we're doing is kind of like increasing blood flow. We already worked out, the working sets are done. This is kind of like to finish things up. go get my bikini. I'm gonna take some pictures for John, and we're gonna be out of here. Took us an hour and a half of really, really, really good work today. I'm feeling the food, I'm feeling the workout. It was awesome. I connected with everything. Everything feels super pumped. It was a success for sure. Alright guys, that is our wrap. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna have cereal, Frosted Flakes, 110 grams of cereal, and half a scoop of protein. Again, protein is low, carbs are high, and then a couple hours after that, we'll go ahead and have our burger. All done.
Good.
Awesome. Last meal of the high day is going to be a burger, and all of these fries are going down. This is a burger that has a gluten-free bun. John wanted me to have the bun so that we can meet the carbs that we were looking for. I'm going to have water. The water is only to get the glucose and the digest aid. I take 2 glucose, 1 digest aid. It helps me with bloating, it helps me with digestion, and it helps with all the carb intake that I'm gonna have right now. So I usually, whenever we have cheat meals, that's what we take. And then if we were gonna have like ice cream or anything like that, then we'll have like a lactate that would help us with to break down the lactose. But right now we're not doing ice cream or anything, so that's gonna be it. There we go. All right. Not an expert because I never eat the bun, so it's really messy. Wow, it looks beautiful, right?
Show the camera.
It's cooked to perfection. It's medium well, but I asked them not to let it get too pink because I don't like it. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Last one. He didn't think I was gonna eat it. What?
This basket is huge. Like, look.
And it was like full.